Well, cast your eyes on this. The Sandman, one of the ugliest people in the world and a talentless wrestling hack, has challenged me to a match. I don't know how you hope to win, Sandman. Not without your steel chairs and your kendo sticks. You couldn't stand to face me one-on-one in a stand-up fight. Let's see if you're capable or not. Them's is definitely fighting words from Mad Dog Mark McKay, who is accepting the challenge from the Sandman in a one-on-one standard matchup. I don't know what got between these two, but it's going to be definitely color.
The Sandman perhaps taking exception to the injury given to Ballarat Jack Jones a couple of weeks ago.
Whatever, however, it was the Sandman that started it. Comes into my office, slams the paperwork on my desk and says, "Here, get me a match with McKay." Must have worked out because Steve greenlighted it, so here we are.
The next match is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing 246 pounds, here is the Sandman.
One of the pioneers of the revolutionary Extreme Championship Wrestling promotion, ECW original The Sandman, the beer-swilling, kendo-swinging, wild man of EC... Whoa, look at this. He just busted himself open with a beer can.
Yeah, he's kind of whacked out that way. I don't know, I think it was kind of messed up for Mad Dog Mark McKay to refer to the man as ugly, though. I mean, he's not exactly a model, is he? But, hell, that's kind of mean.
I don't like this word ugly. It's uncharitable. I would prefer to use the term visually unpleasing, which is probably a little bit nicer, but still means the same thing. Well, whatever his appearance, the Sandman, wearing the many scars of his many battles during his days in ECW. Oh, look at this. Might have annoyed some fans in the front row. The Sandman, an extremely gruff individual, and he does not care one whit about the opinion of the fans.
All right, well, looking at the match itself, Mad Dog Mark McKay might be tough. Might have successfully kneecapped Ballarat Jack. But I don't know, I think he might be in over his skis with a guy like the Sandman, even without weapons involved. I don't know. McKay's a little bit, he's a bit wigged out. And he might be as wigged out as the Sandman, maybe even more. You've seen his interviews, he's definitely not wrapped.
And in spite of the Sandman's reputation, Mad Dog Mark McKay accepting the challenge sight unseen apparently.
Well, you've seen his interviews. You know he's, not rap type. Well then, Myron, look at it in this very pragmatic way. We got two crazy people about to beat the living crap out of each other, and that's damn well worth the price of admission anywhere you go.
I'll be the first to admit, having interviewed Mad Dog Mark McKay, he did seem a bit unhinged at the time.
What at the time? That's how he is all the time, 24/7, 365, no days off and no excuses.
His opponent, accompanied by Miss Morse X from Ithaca, New York, weighing 205 pounds, he is Mad Dog Mark McKay.
Yeah, he sure didn't want to talk nothing about that relationship between him and Miss Morse X, did he, Don? Well, he was definitely like, keep your mouth shut, mind your own business, and don't ask, please go to the next question. Yeah, he does seem a bit high-strung, doesn't he?
High-strung just about covers it, Tex.
I'm like everybody else. I wonder who Miss Morse X really is under that mask. Well, better not ask Mad Dog Mark McKay. Might get smacked in the mouth like John Stossel.
And Mad Dog Mark McKay making himself the center of attention in recent weeks by dislocating the knee of Ballarat Jack Jones in a post-match brawl.
Well, you heard the guy, Don. He didn't come here to make friends. He came here to win. Well, let's see if he can win against the Sandman tonight. He really needs to.
Well, guys, this one promises to be a serious stand-up fight. Oh, man, the Sandman, look at that. Visually unpleasing. All right, here we go. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. The Sandman. With a couple of hard shots to the midsection, backs McKay up. Locks him up, collar and elbow, escorts him to the ropes. Another hard shot. And another. A series of hard left hands from the Sandman. Follows it up with a stop. Mad Dog Mark McKay. Oh, look at this. The arrogance of the Sandman. McKay. Not mounting a great deal of offense initially here. Whipped into the referee. Didn't quite make it to the far corner. Another series of hard shots to the midsection. The Sandman drops an elbow across the chest of Mad Dog Mark McKay. Sandman with a leg drop off the top rope. Devastating move. Sandman rounds up McKay again. Another vicious series of left hands. Now the Sandman going to work on a downed Mark McKay. McKay crawling himself into the corner of the Sandman standing at the ready. Here he goes, charges, running. Flash. Takes McKay down. Mad Dog Mark McKay. So far not looking too impressive at all. As the Sandman, whoa, fails to connect with that elbow. McKay seizes the opportunity, whips the Sandman into the corner, running clothesline. Down goes the Sandman. And Mark McKay may have just come alive here. McKay, look at this. Wicked leg snap on the Sandman. Tries to drive the knee in, but the Sandman's just out of the way. McKay whipped into the ropes. Sandman ducking under. And whoa! Did you see Mark McKay countering the drop toe hold? I have never seen that done. McKay head first into the turnbuckle of the Sandman. Quickly countered by McKay, escaping the corner. McKay whips the Sandman out onto the floor. And I have never seen anyone counter a drop toe hold. That was absolutely amazing. Mad Dog Mark McKay takes himself out to the outside. The Sandman prefers he goes back inside. Sandman locks up McKay. Escorts him to the far corner, head first into the turnbuckle. May have split his head right there. On the apron, Sandman delivers a knee. Takes himself up to the middle rope. Oh, whoa, whoa, what a leg drop over the middle rope. That was vicious. The Sandman making use of whatever he's got since he hasn't got weapons. Whoa, off the top rope. With an elbow across the head of Mark McKay. Sandman rolls him back inside. The Sandman pursues him. Mad Dog Mark McKay counters with an enziguri. Takes the Sandman down to the canvas. Follows it up with a good left. Escorts the Sandman head first into the turnbuckle. Whoa! Slapped him down. Wow. Now Mad Dog Mark McKay putting the boots to the Sandman. And working this crowd here in Salisbury, Maryland. Again, Mad Dog Mark McKay starting to develop a degree of popularity that fans are starting to call Markamania. Here we go. Running clotheslines for the Sandman a third time around. Sandman back to his feet and in the corner. McKay moves in a hard right hand and another and a third. Down goes the Sandman into the corner as McKay is quickly countered. The Sandman quickly back to his feet. Locks up. Gets whipped to the ropes and an elbow from McKay. Takes the Sandman back down. McKay quickly going for a cover. 1, 2, and a 2 count. A bare 2 count. With Miss Morse X looking on at ringside. A counter from the Sandman. McKay once again escorted into the far corner. The Sandman. Whoa! Again quickly countered by Mad Dog Mark McKay. A quick jab, a chop, another, and a drop kick. It takes the Sandman down. McKay staying close as the Sandman makes his way out onto the apron. A hard right hand. And hung up off the top rope down to the floor goes the Sandman in front of Miss Morse X. Now Mad Dog Mark McKay taking full advantage of the outside, engaging in a blatant choke on the Sandman. Anything he can do to soften him up and weaken him while the referee continues his count. Whoa, a leg drop across the arm. And the Sandman certainly felt that one. Mad Dog Mark McKay certainly looking primed at the moment. And here we go. Look at this pulling pile driver. Wow. The Sandman is laid out as Mad Dog Mark McKay rounds him up again. Escorts him back into the ring. McKay makes his way back, and look at this, taking himself up to the top rope. Boom! Boom! Elbow drop across the chest for the Sandman. And now Mad Dog Mark McKay moves in. Look at this. The Sandman, quick with the counter, drives a knee into the back of Mad Dog Mark McKay. Whatever McKay had planned did not go to plan. The Sandman setting it up here. Look at this. Four corners and a pile driver. Going for a cover. 1, 2, and just a 2. Mad Dog Mark McKay powering out of that pin. The Sandman takes himself up to the high rent district here. Here we go, another leg drop from the top. And Mad Dog Mark McKay certainly has to be feeling that one. McKay laid out and in some serious trouble here. The Sandman sadistically putting the boots to the head of Mad Dog Mark McKay, follows it up with a stomp to the midsection. Sets him up, double axe handle across the back. And another impact to the canvas as McKay gets his way up to the standing position on the apron on the outside. The Sandman drapes him over the top rope. Whoa, clubbing blow across the back. McKay brought back in. And now the Sandman, grinding the face of Mad Dog Mark McKay into the canvas, follows it up with another rolling elbow drop. McKay, locked up by the Sandman, up over the shoulders, and head first into the turnbuckle, and down goes McKay again. The Sandman drives yet another elbow into McKay's chest. It is looking bad for Mad Dog Mark McKay. McKay taking all kinds of punishment here at the hands of the Sandman, going for a cover. 1, 2, no! Mad Dog Mark McKay. Really? It must have taken a lot of steam to get out of that pin. As the Sandman makes his way topside once more. Oh no, whoa! Failed to connect with the leg drop. McKay quickly out of the way. Locks up with the Sandman. Whips him to the ropes. Ducks under. Whoa! Kitchen sink knee to the midsection. Follows it up with a stomp to the chest. McKay. Raining knuckles along the temple of the Sandman. Drives the knee into the head. Now Mad Dog Mark McKay mocking the Sandman. A slap across the chest, another, a right and a kick and a double shot to the midsection. An overhand right, and here comes McKay. Whoa, oh my! The Sandman taking a spill out onto the floor. McKay out after him, delivers a series of shots. The Sandman counters with a jawbreaker. Look at the Sandman biting the face of Mad Dog Mark McKay. And this one has certainly spiraled out of control at this point. The Sandman doing everything he can within the legal means to be as hardcore as possible without actually engaging in hardcore wrestling. Raining more knuckles on the temple of Mad Dog Mark McKay. The Sandman rounds him up. Into the ring steps. As the Sandman continues his onslaught, the referee continues his count. A leg snap from the Sandman. And just like that, McKay's momentum has gone out the window. The Sandman Teeing off on Mad Dog Mark McKay on the outside. Locks him up. Pitches him down towards the opposite corner as the Sandman makes his way back into the ring. Mad Dog Mark McKay might not be able to make it back into the ring in time. Perhaps this was the Sandman's strategy to run out the game clock, so to speak. McKay makes it back inside in time, delivers a shot across the chest. Whoa, oh, here we go. The Sandman and Mad Dog Mark McKay just trading shots here. Back and forth, hitting them with everything they've got. The Sandman countered. The Sandman delivers a beauty of a shot right there. McKay counters again. Backs the Sandman up. Look at this, a couple of quick jabs and a hard shot that takes him down. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3, and whoa, Mad Dog Mark McKay outlasting the Sandman and winning by pinfall.
Here's the time, 10 minutes and 50 seconds. And your winner, Mad Dog Mark McKay.
How about this Mad Dog Mark McKay outlasting the Sandman in a stand-up fight that, wow, this was definitely one for the books, you guys.
Wow, I mean, the Sandman gave him everything and a whole bunch more, but Mad Dog Mark McKay just held on, and man, finally got the pinfall. I'm like, wow. Definitely, Mad Dog Mark McKay building a reputation for himself around here. We'll be back with more RWL Rage right after the break, so stay right where you are.